Hey, good morning, traders. How we doing today? How did yesterday fare for you? Make a little cheddar, give up some cheddar. I I made some cheddar. I had a nice trade. I'll get into it in a minute. But I just wanted to do a quick recap. Talk about the day we're about to have. Remember, tomorrow's a Fed day. Take it easy. Morning reports have come out. Waiting for something else. Not a lot going on for us today. So we'll be in the clear for that. Remember, we're trying to just stay clear of all the nonsense that comes up, big bars that can pull you out, things like that. Remember, this is what we're after: a 3-to-1 setup, 3-to-1 risk reward. So if you put up $1, you're going to get 3, risking 1. The idea is that, we're about a 30 to 40% win rate, some higher, some lower. But at a 30% win rate, you're going to be profitable. We don't look at the win rate as our measurement. We look at our bottom line. So to get there, we have this set up. We look for an impulse leg, a shelf that is built, a wash where the shelf gets cleaned out. These bars here have taken out this guy here. Price takes off for a retest, maybe a new high, and then comes back and hides behind this like a harbor, and then takes off again to give us our 3-to-1 setup. They come in lots of forms, lots of shapes, lots of variations, which we're about to see, and it happens over and over and over and over again. And so I got into a trade yesterday after we talked. I sold that for lower lows. Why? Because I have my setup. Now, it's not the cleanest, prettiest thing on the planet, and I'm not saying it is, but I'm saying these are hiding in plain sight, right? Let's break it down real quick here. I have an impulse. An impulse has taken out something, has done something, has, I'll do that one more time. There we go. Has taken out something. For example, if you look at the next one over, oh, come on, Mike. There's an impulse here, right? And then here's our shelf. This dot, that's a shelf. Has created not created, but there's a wash has been created. Price pulled back to make a wash. And then once it retests down here, it gives us a nice entry right here. This is your kill zone. Some people call it support resistance. I call it kill zone. Kill zone on the bottom, pressure cooker on the top. Now, this is a perfectly valid trade. Now, it doesn't work out, obviously. We need to be down here somewhere. But the concept is the same. And so all I did was I looked at these skinny bars right here. I said, we have an impulse down. We have a break down here in our move it over. And I said, this isn't the best one. I've had better. You'll see in my next one. So, and those are all, free candlestick guys. Here's the, that's what that looked like. But we have to make this readable and understandable. We have to make this something that, you have to practice and fail and try. Right? I got wiped out. It was a quick hit. I think my shelf was somewhere like in here. I think I boop, and I just said, okay, here's my wash right there. That's a little more like, and it was such a small little stop. Doesn't even, doesn't even really, and that's all I was trying to get. Would that be, unreasonable? I don't know. You could measure the amount of bars. I don't know. In my mind, that's where all the damage happens. I can see it pulling back behind here. Right? We have another major impulse here. We have another, we have a bunch of sellers down here, or buyers. Is it unreasonable to think that price is going to come down here somewhere after this whole thing happened? No. And this is my point. At 7 o'clock, this dropped off and then pulled back up till 7:30, right? So this is why I don't buy into this stuff, because something happened yesterday and this whole thing happened, but it created another opportunity. So I sat back, got stopped out, a little frustrated. Gosh darn it. Then I could see that was a wash, right? Impulse. Pressure cooker. Look at that. Look at that little right there. Draw your shelf. That's not the shelf. This is a little better. And all I'm looking for in a shelf, guys, is just a couple of, hits. And this seems to fit the bill. And it's not as pretty as I'd like to make it, or I'd like it to be. We have a hard down. We have a hard up right here. That bar that stopped me out was a good indicator. So that's, there's your wash. And then it hits up here for our step 4. My order is right here, with a stop right there. That was it, baby. That was it. Step 1, impulse. Step 2, shelf. Step 3, wash. Step 4, retest. Take out the high. You can do both. Your entries right here. That's the same thing we just did right here. Impulse, shelf, wash, retest, enter, and you're behind the wash, so it gives you some protection. If this gets taken out, then something else is going on. You can sit back and say, okay, at least at least you're not buying this. I mean, how many guys bought this because it's going up? You're like, oh, I just wanted to get up here, but then it does this thing, and then if you have a stop, you get stopped out somewhere in here. I mean, in the early days, I used to move my stop and be like, no. No. Take that hit. Just get run over. It's okay. Size down. Don't make it too complicated. And that's it. That's the anatomy of a setup, right? Then of a trade right there. What else do you want? What gets us in? What gets us out? That's the heart of the whole thing. What gets you in and what gets you out? Now, I didn't see a lot of other action on the table yesterday. I thought this was going to pull down into here, right? Impulse up. It's this. I mean, we didn't even get a retest on the backside of that thing. We got a retest on the backside of that thing, but not that thing. And then price falls off. Now, could I let it run more? Sure. But at the same time, though, it's ended, it's what, 9:30, 9:40? Yeah, I probably could have got more out of that. I probably could have. But I didn't know what was going to happen here, right? I didn't know that, it's Monday and it's a Fed week. Weird stuff happens. Look at this thing. Come on, really? I don't want to play with that. I want the nice flow. I see this thing going sideways, flow is up. Yeah, I'm going long, right? This thing sideways, dumped, right? Like, what did I say? I only like to trade, I'm going to break this rule, but, I'm about 7 here. Actually, funny, it's about here somewhere. That's really my trading, time frame. I don't like to trade. Oh gosh darn it! This whole thing just drives me nuts sometimes. Here's the word 7 o'clock, right? And then, here's really the day. What did we have yesterday? What did we have yesterday? What did we have yesterday? We had at 7 a.m., 12:30, so 5:15. Housing starts 6:45. So manufacturing came out, but it didn't happen till that was some news, but it didn't happen till 7:30, right? And then when the market opened at 6:45, whenever that thing, this was what happened there, and then this whole thing happened. And notice that it hides behind this wash. Now that's just picking washes out. I'm not saying that I know, it could have been this wash too. It could have been this wash. It could have been any one of these. I don't know. But it's just interesting to know because now you have a line here. You could have said, okay, I'm gonna buy that line. If it hits here, I'm buying that line. Hide behind this guy. This is a big fat wash. Right? So anyhow, yeah, played out. What's going to happen today? What's going on with the, I didn't even look at it yet. The monthly. Anybody have a look at that one? It should be coming down, obviously. Right? It should be coming down into here. Now, I don't trade this. And I know there's people out there that'll tell you that you want to start with the daily. You want to start with this and size down and size down. The problem with that is that you're now changing what it is you're trying to. You're crossing up your washes and your stops, your targets for something that if you're going to be on a 4-hour chart, there we go, or if you want to be on this chart, the hourly, right? You need to know that this is your swing. You need to know that your swing is this. That's going to do that too. And that this is what you're trading. I mean, it's the same thing that I get into when I'm, and if you size down from here, say, well, I'm going to look at the 4-hour. This is all going to be different, right? Kill zone is the same. Pressure cooker is the same, right? Price is bouncing around inside this here. If we want to go to the 4-hour, we would have another. Hold on. We'd have a whole nother. Hold on a second. Sorry, I wasn't planning on doing this. We'd have a whole nother group of swings to look at. If I'm trading, let's say I'm trading, here's the 4-hour. We're up here. right? Where is this in this chart? Is that even hitting? That's this piece right here. That's coming down. I don't even know how to make that up. Is that the 420? Hold on a second. Minute. 420. 240. Gosh, you know what, guys? I don't trade it. I don't want to hear it. I don't trade it. Look at this though. Like we can do this thing here, global. And then global. Okay, so now these charts are on the same. And I'll do it one more. I'll do one more step here. I'll do one more step. This is why this is challenging for people, for me at least. That's the same spot. See how different all this looks compared to this? Right? That's this right here. Isn't that weird? And then it comes down. Wait a second. I'm doing something wrong. This can't be the same thing. This cannot be the same thing. Hold on a second. I'm going to go right to here. That's what that is. MES. Yeah. Am I doing something wrong? What, am I taking crazy pills? 60 minute? 240 minute? Yeah, I am. That's that piece right there. Have I been doing this wrong the whole time, guys? Do I not know what I'm doing? Up, boom, yeah. Right? Right. I have an epiphany here. Oh, yeah. There it is there. Okay. I don't do it. I don't do it. Guys, look, I'm not. This is not my, whatever. I'm not. I don't trade this. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that if you go from, I guess that makes sense, huh? If you go from here and you want to go down to, if you guys are probably told, you're like, dude, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. I trade a tick chart, a 740 tick, every day, all long. I've done all this other stuff, but I've moved on from some of it. I can just do this one here. Just bear with me. I'm learning like you guys are, okay? Here's the 20. Let's see what the 20 shows us. You guys are like, this guy's full of it. I'm not, I promise. I just don't trade this, so I don't have any. So, okay, so let's do this. Okay, you go from here, your 60-minute chart, and you're like, okay, well, let's boil it down to the next level. You're going to end up here trying to trade what? Does it make it any clearer? You're still trading this swing, right? That's still, there's more lines, there's more squigglies now. I guess it makes sense the 240 would be bigger. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. All right. I'm in it. See, that's how confusing this business is, guys. So your stop has got to be down here, right? Your targets, they all have to be, and then let's just, okay, now I'm going to go to the 5-minute. How does, how different that is? I can't even get into how this changes my perception of what what it is I'm after, how I'm going to get it, right? Here's this right here. If you're buying this with this stop, it's an entirely different trade, right? And even on the 5-minute, what did yesterday look like? Look at that thing on the 5-minute. See that big, look at that. On the 5-minute yesterday, can I even find this trade? This is why I like the tick chart too, guys. But you can see how this is just dead overnight. There's nothing there. Let me see if I can find my trade. I see it right there. Right. So that impulse there. Yeah, it's there. Yeah. All right. 5-minute traders. You can do the 5-minute guys. Do the same thing. See? But that has nothing to do with that whole thing. That's that one bar. How to get into that. All right, that's my I'm confused. That's how lopsided I get with this stuff. Right now am I on my chart? Oh geez. This is my real estate stuff. Yeah. Keep it simple. Stick to one chart. Stick to one time frame, one chart. Get good at it. Get good at seeing it. All the nitty gritty you can see. Yeah, 750 tick. Right? And then I like to get in over here. This thing hasn't taken out anything, right? If anything, it's going down. Follow your impulse. Right? What swing are you trading right now? There's your pressure or your kill zone. Price is broken through. Now we have another one. Another impulse down. But it hasn't really come from anywhere. Right? That's just the wash. Came from the wash. And you guys, I'm telling you, get a YouTube channel and start documenting yourself talking about this thing. Walk yourself through these steps so you can see them. You know, takes the impulse out. It takes all this stuff out. It keeps everything in the right frame of mind. See how it tests the backside of this here? We got about 20 minutes before the market opens. I'm going to get this out to everybody. Yeah, stick to one time frame. You don't need to be on big ones, little ones. You don't need all the colors, you know, the channels that are going. Everyone's got something different. And they're not wrong. They just see it how they see it. I don't see a lot of technical, you know, this is where you need to be, what gets you in, what gets you out, those kind of things that I look for. But I do look for my impulse legs, and I see a lot of them on this whole thing. Now, am I worried about what's going to happen? Is it going to keep going down? Is it, you know, do I look at this? Yes, I'm aware that my pressure cooker is right in here, right? Kind of like a mountain base. Price comes down into here. It's not a setup I teach or talk about, but, you know, why not buy it? And it's a bigger stop. It's a bigger play, but it'll get you what you're looking for. Price is up, guys. Don't forget that. And it's just going through all this stuff. The holidays are here. Tomorrow's Fed Day. So, you know, I like to keep it simple, real clean. This yesterday was just a blunder, but I got back into it, right? I dimed that right there out of all this stuff. Dimed it. Got it. All right, boys. Go get it. See you later.